Hi everyone, Karen Debs here, FlexibleWarrior.com, bringing you short, effective yoga videos and superfood recipes to help you increase your energy, boost your performance, and of course, flexibility as well. So today's video, we're going to do a sun salutation with added hamstring, hip flexor, hip, and quad stretches. So go ahead and roll out your yoga mat and join me. So you're going to go ahead and step to the front edge of your mat, and clearly I'm at home, so no equipment is required, no excuses. Go ahead and stand up really tall, ground your feet down. Let's start by taking a huge breath in, reach for the sky, reach up and back. And then as you exhale, take a dive out of it into a forward fold. Make sure that you're always honoring, protecting, and listening to your body. Inhale, slide halfway up with your hands onto your shins, pull your shoulders back from your ears, create length and space in your spine. So you want to feel as if you're pulling the crown of your head forward and pulling your tailbone and hips back. Should feel a little hamstring stretch there. Exhale back into a forward fold, relax the back of your neck, bring the chin to your chest. Go ahead and come all the way up to standing, take a big breath in again, and we're going to add on to that. So exhale, draw your hands to heart center. A little bit faster, inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, take a dive out of it. So full sun salutation for our first round. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to a plank pose. Come to the top of a push-up. Make sure you're engaging your core, opening your chest, squeezing your thighs, and pulling your belly button in and up. Shift a little bit into your toes, bend your elbows, come all the way down to your stomach. Inhale into a back bend. This is good to do every day. So if you subscribe to my channel, make sure you get your 10 minutes of yoga in every day. It makes a huge difference over time. Take one more breath here, really open the chest, make sure the shoulders are not hiking up to the ears, pull them down, hug your elbows in, and then curl your toes, lift your hips back up into downward facing dog. So from here, you're going to lift your right leg straight up to the sky, press evenly through both palms, really reach that right leg as high as it will go, and then look to your hands and step your right foot up and through your hands. Now, if it didn't make it there, you just grab onto it. Make sure your knee's right out over your ankle. Chest is lifting, shoulders are pulling back. You're going to go ahead and release your back knee down to the mat for a low lunge. If your back knee's sensitive, go ahead and roll up your mat, get a little padding underneath that knee, or feel free to slide a towel underneath there. That works too. Inhale, reach all the way up. You're going to grab onto your left wrist with your right hand and stretch to the right, which is a great stretch for your quad and hip flexor. You're probably feeling that. Take a deep breath in, really hinge up and over. You're going to grab onto that wrist and pull it away from your hip bone. Bring it back to center, hands on either side of your front foot. We're going to do that same thing in a high lunge position. So you're going to curl your back toes under, squeeze your back knee straight, and sink your hips low. So you're probably already feeling a stretch there. Press to your front heel. Go ahead and rise back up on your breath in. Big breath. Grab onto your left wrist again. Pull your left wrist over to the right. Awesome stretch. 3 breaths. By the way, make sure that right knee is right out over your right ankle. One more breath, and then go ahead and bring it back to center. Now this next transition is going to come into a balanced pigeon. So if you need to, take a half step forward with your back foot. Otherwise, just stay with that wide split position and go ahead and make your way all the way up and over to a balanced position. If you teeter-tottered and lost your balance, that's okay. Just bring your ankle over your knee, get back into position, bring your hands together in prayer. So this is a great way to stretch your hip in a standing balance position where you're working a little strength at the same time and balance. We're going to go hinge down so that your elbows are coming close to your knee and your ankle. The further that you drop your shoulders and your chest down towards the floor, the more you'll feel the stretch. And if you want to, and you're a little bit more flexible, you can go ahead and reach down and grab onto your calf or your ankle. Take one more breath. Focus your eyes on one spot. It's going to help you with your balance. Now, if you had a hold of your calf or your ankle, bring your hands back to prayer and heart center. Maintain your balance the best that you can. And then go ahead and push through your right foot and come all the way up. Holding your balance, you're going to reach around and come into dancer's pose. So you're going to reach around and grab the inside of your back foot. So your thumb's right over your big toe. Take the front arm and reach it out and up to the sky, so you're opening up the shoulder and the chest. And then if you want to, you can hinge a little bit more forward and come into dancers for 3 breaths. 3, in and out through the nose. 2, do the best you can, and then go ahead and bring it all the way up. Now I just want you to hug your knee into your chest. If you can, maintain your balance. Give it a big hug, thigh to rib cage, chest up tall, shoulders back, and then take a half step back onto your mat. So your foot is like midway through the mat. We're going to get a great hamstring stretch. So hands onto your hips, guide your hips and your shoulders forward. Lean back, so you're opening up the chest, opening up the shoulders, opening up the whole front line of the body, elbows in, chest up tall, and then hinge forward. Imagine a string is pulling you forward towards me as you're hinging out over your front leg. Now you may need to bend that front knee a little bit. That is great. If the hamstrings are really open, you can maintain a straight leg. With your hands onto your hips, I want you to pull your right hip back a little bit. So you're really feeling that stretch, and then your hips are aligned. From there, you can go ahead and bring your hands down onto your right shin. So you're getting in that awesome stretch in your front hamstring. Let's take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, see if you can hinge a little bit more deeply into the stretch. And then go ahead and bring your hands on either side of your front foot. Again, bend your knee as much as you need to do that. Float your back foot up to meet your front foot, so your big toes are side by side. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, belly pulls in, slide your shoulders back from your ears. Exhale, forward fold. Relax your neck completely, shake it out, let it go. Rise up to standing as you inhale, reach for the sky. And let's get it all on the other side. Exhale, dive out of it, forward fold. Inhale, look forward, halfway lift. Exhale, step, or feel free to hop back to plank if you're a hopper. Exhale, bend your elbows. You can come halfway down if you want to, or all the way to the mat. Inhale into a back bend, and pause in your back bend. Don't be in a hurry. Reach through your toes, lift through your heart, pull your shoulders away from your ears. Good posture. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop your heels, spread out your fingers, get that awesome stretch of the calves and the ankles. Lift your left leg up to the high to the sky. Try to lift your left toes high, 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 high. Reach through those toes, and then hinging forward, step your left foot up and in between your hands. I can help it forward so that the knee is right out over the ankle. Hips drop low, chest lifts high, and then go ahead and release your back knee down to the mat. We're gonna go ahead and come into that low lunge. So huge breath in, arms through full range of motion. Grab onto your right wrist with your left hand and stretch to the left. So you feel that nice stretch as you hinge away from the back leg, in from the hip flexor into the quad. Again, pat underneath that back knee if you need to. One more breath. And then go ahead and bring it back to center. Hands on either side of your front foot. You're going to curl your back toes under, squeeze your back knee straight, and extend the back knee so that you're opening up the chest and sinking the hips low. Now go ahead and come up to your high lunge. Knee is right out over ankle. Big breath in, arms through full range of motion. Reach for the sky. Grab onto your right wrist, left hand. Stretch up and over. Beautiful. One more breath. And come back to center. Now this is where we're going to step into that balance pigeon. So take a half step forward if you need to. This is new for you. Otherwise, if you're good with your balance and you're okay with that full range of motion, go ahead and step it all the way up and over. Hands in prayer. Flex this front foot. Drop it down. Again, elbows are reaching towards your knee and your ankle. The more that you drop your chest down, the more you'll feel the stretch through that hip. If you want to, go ahead and reach down and grab onto your calf. Focus your eyes on one spot. That's going to help you with your balance. One more breath. Maintain your balance the best that you can. Hands back to prayer. Rise up to standing. Knee comes forward, and we're coming into dancer. So go ahead and reach around. Grab the inside of your right foot with your right hand, right thumb right over your big toe. Got it? Left hand to the sky. Reach for the sky, and then hinge forward. So there should be a little bit of a bend in that front knee with a standing leg knee. Toes reaching for the sky, big stretch. One more breath. And then go ahead and come all the way back up. Give that front thigh a hug to the chest. Chest up tall, shoulders back, big hug, thigh to the rib. And then take a half step back with your right foot. So your heels are in line. Grab onto your hips. Lean a little bit back so you're opening up the chest, pulling your elbows in, and then as you exhale, hinge forward as if you're pulling your chest forward as you hinge. Bend that front knee a little bit if you need to. Grab onto your left hip with your left hand. Pull that left hip back so your hips are level. And then from there, you can go ahead and release your hands down to your left shin. And breathe. Intense hamstring stretch. Take one more breath, and as you exhale, see if you can hinge a little bit more deeply. Relax your neck, and any tension that you're holding in your face or shoulders. Grab onto your, put your hands on either side of your left foot, not grab onto anything, just relax your hands down, bend your knees as much as you need to. Now bend that front knee and step your back foot up to meet your front foot. Beautiful. Halfway lift, take a deep breath in, feel those hamstrings lengthened and opened. Exhale, forward fold. Rise all the way up to standing. We're going to do one more stretch just to finish out. So big breath in, exhale, take a dive out of it. So take a big step back with your right foot. Release your back knee. And so what I want you to do is come back into this low lunge position that we did earlier. I'm going to give you an option that you can stay right here just where you are. For some of you, you can try an additional stretch, and I'll turn to the side so you can see a little bit better. So this front knee stays right out over the ankle. Again, pat underneath that back knee if you have issues with your knee or kneecap. And then reach around if you can and grab onto the top of your foot. Now this adds a whole other level of quad stretch. It's not for everybody, so don't feel bad if you can't do it. If it causes you cramping or shaking, then just back out of it and come into the low lunge that we did, okay? But if you are here, you can go ahead and reach your left hand up for the sky. So you're really creating that space in the body. Look a little bit up, take one more breath, and release it down. Now one thing you can do also, if you can't quite grab your foot with your hand, you can always come close to a wall. I'll just use my deck as a prop here, and prop the foot up on a wall, or in this case, your deck banister. That works too. So that's an option for you. Okay, just wanted to show you that modification. All right, let's get the other side. Right, Leo? All right, so step your right foot forward. Again, switching, you can prop that back leg up if you need to. Reach around, grab the top of that foot. So this is kind of like dancer's pose, right? A little bit more intense. Again, that hand on the front thigh helps you lean back a little bit, so a little gentle pressure. And then, if you're comfortable, reach for the sky, look a little bit up. So we don't, if you're running or playing sports of any kind, head down here, not really so great for the cervical spine or for your posture. So neck in line with the spine, look a little bit up, lifts your mood as well. One more breath, and then slowly release out of it. Good. We're going to finish with one sun salutation. So you can go ahead and bring your hands on either side of your front foot, curl your back toes under, step forward, line up your toes, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Rise up to standing on your inhale, big breath. Exhale, dive out, moving a little bit faster to create a little energy as you leave your sequence here. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold to plank. Engage your core, open your chest, bend your elbows half or all the way down. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. Pause there. Again, don't be in a hurry with this. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look to your hands, step or hop forward. Line up those toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Rise up to standing, huge breath in. And then hands back to heart center. Awesome job, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell button. That way you'll get notifications when I post new videos. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day and stay flexible, warriors.